Wait, did it change up? Is it light up? Yeah, did it find out? Better walk around the edge of the room in the bed with my arm on face. Face around, better try to breathe. Face around, face around. I check the doors, check the windows, and pull the blind. I check the clock, wondering what he'll pull this time. I have a feeling that necromancer's outside, and I'm just trying to stay quiet. I don't take much, that's crazy. How'd you know that? Keep myself up, that's maybe how you know that. Ooh, promises you can't trust. I used to care. I don't sleep much, that's crazy. How'd you know that? Keep myself up, that's maybe how you know that.
The weather this time of year in the South, perfect. Fall football weather, and we've got the roof wide open here at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in the heart of Georgia. Today, we've got an interesting Week 11 matchup on tap, as it'll be the Carolina Panthers taking on the Atlanta Falcons. Season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Here we go. Red, yellow, 45, white. Black open.
First play, and Young is going to throw it. And a catch right side by Evans. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. Right away, they rack up 10 yards on their first play from scrimmage.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
There's Evans again, complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. This duo locked in, 14 yards there, and a first down. So the same tandem connecting on back-to-back throws to start the game.
And maybe throwing the scouting report off just a little bit. That's not exactly what they think is going to be their number one receiver, but he's producing already early in this game.
Young to throw it. Well, that's complete to Sanders. And he's going to get this down near the 25. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays. That early game script that they drew up is working pretty well here on this first drive. Already in field goal range, Charles, knocking on the door of the red zone.
You know, Brandon, when we met with the coaching staff, they kind of predicted that they would come out firing like this. I think you and I were a little skeptical it would be this easy, but they certainly knew what they were doing in scouting, in preparation, and understanding what their team was capable of.
Yet another completion here on this opening drive, and he's now perfect 4 of 4 to start. Pretty solid execution here.
And how about how everyone's handled their nerves? Because you know what it's like to start a ball game. You're so amped up and ready to go that sometimes the execution isn't there. They've been flawless so far. Well drilled, well prepared, and excited to start this game.
Flush to his right. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Different pass rushes are designed for different things. Sometimes you want to keep the quarterback in the pocket. Sometimes you want him to flush. I don't know exactly how this one was designed, but they made sure they moved him to his right. He got out of the pocket. Unfortunately for him, he was hit as he tried to throw the ball, and that resulted in an incompletion.
53, hut, 33, yellow, green jack, black chop, hut.
Again, it's Young. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And the Panthers are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
That's a big conversion there on third down, and this has been a great opening drive. You know, at this point, they'd hate to settle for 3, but they've created a fresh set of downs and a first and goal.
And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he can even get started. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Now from the 9, here's second and goal.
50, field, black, set, cut.
Young working out of the gun. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Tommy Trimble, his second touchdown on the season. And the Panthers are on the board first here this afternoon. Folk connects on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board. Now Jamal Agnew from his end zone. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
First and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Looking to put a drive together.
19 right. Go. 60 Eagle, 60 Eagle.
To the air, Penix. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. Oh, it was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. These two teams, you might recall, met up back in September in Week 3. And with the Falcons getting the road victory in that one, so they'll look to finish off the season sweep here in Atlanta. And looking to throw, Penix. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. You look at this Carolina defense. They were very good last week in the win over the Saints.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, do you now decide that I can't throw the ball against this team and try and run it like crazy? Or do you challenge them? This is going to be fun.
Looking to throw, Penix. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
First and 10 at the 39.
A run for the first time of Bijan Robinson. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
No gain on the play.
No gain on the play there. Second down. The Falcons at 6-3 on the year, and they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
And now we get a timeout called on the defensive side of the ball by the Panthers. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
65.
Now Penix. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 17-yard line. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
Defensively, they came into the game with the understanding they're going to have to slow him down on passes just like this, because he was over 100 yards receiving a week ago. And you know they want to get him involved here as well.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. Oh, that is well read defensively. A great job of setting the edge, and that little touch pass is going to turn into a loss. This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers, a lot of them, they run like running backs with the ball in their hands.
And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Kyle Pitts, a 20-yard touchdown. And the Falcons are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. Crew able to connect on the extra point. And we are tied at 7.
Bradley Pinion set to kick off.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one.
Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown their last time out. Look and repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Ready, ready. Pause, red. 6. Mega. Black shot. Hut.
Young will set to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Against a team coming off a win just as your team did the previous week, you talk about being physical all game long. Sometimes being physical is just being on the spot and helping force the incompletion.
Black, black, red. Hut.
From the shotgun, it's Young. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. You talk about this Falcon defense. Against the pass, they're hoping to trend in the opposite direction because right now they're ranked number 26 in the NFL.
When they lack in pass defense, they do make up for in run defense. They're a top 10 unit against the people trying to move the ball on the ground. But this is a passing league, so there's a conundrum for them. How do they get better defending the pass?
Red, cycle. Right through. Ready.
It'll be Young again. Flushed out right. That is caught. And he is going to have the Panthers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive. It comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
Really nice throw there to pick up the 1st down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw. When they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations, ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
1st down, Carolina.
These two teams all tied after 1. Panther football to start quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Mega, ready. Yellow, red, yellow. Ready.
They'll throw again. Young. Short throw hauled in by Trimble. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Cycle. Green jack. Blaster, 6. Hut.
To throw, Young. That's going to be caught. Touchdown, Panthers. Tyler Boyd, 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Panthers have taken the lead. Extra point up and good by Folk. And that makes the score 14-7. Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And if you just look at this game, Charles, on paper, they've got the edge, no doubt. They're hanging around the top of the NFC. On the other side, you got a squad that's towards the bottom of the NFC. But when we mentioned that to the coaches, they were having no part of it.
Yeah, and I like how you said when we mentioned it. In fact, I mentioned it, and I upset them a little bit, didn't I? Because they wanted no part of that one, and I was reminded, like a 5-year-old, this is the NFL. Any given Sunday, anything can happen.
Touchdown, Falcons! Ray McCloud, 54 yards. And the Falcons are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And we are tied at 14.
Bradley Pinion set to kick off.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense...
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Clark Phillips has got it. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. But he's certainly not been afraid to take some chances downfield. Now, look, it's paid off for him a couple of times. That time, not so fortunate.
And that's where I want to start, what you said. It's paid off a couple of times. So his aggressiveness has been good for his offense for the most part. So he throws an interception there. No one likes that, but I would not rein him back in. The return on investment thus far has been pretty good. 2 touchdowns to 1 interception.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Here's Penix. Locates Mooney on the out route. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. This now a 3rd and 4. They'll throw with Penix. Rolling to his right. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down.
First and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Robinson up the middle. And he'll get it down this time in the 17. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
They'll look to throw. Mr. Pitts, and he's got him. Touchdown, Atlanta. Kyle Pitts, a beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Falcons have moved out in front. Koo able to connect on the extra point. And the lead is now 21-14.
Bradley Pinion set to kick off.
Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Ready, set.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember, last time out, they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Got a man, that's Leggett. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
Red. Let's go now. Red, real green.
Looking to throw, Young. Throwing the out route, incomplete. It's Hubbard. And he'll take this forward for about 5 as we have come upon the 2-minute warning. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Second down and 4.
Ready. Red, 60 red, blue struck, white. Beetle blue. Set.
To the air once more, Young. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
Well, that's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
And that will be incomplete.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple of big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up fourth down.
Too long for a field goal, too short to punt that in-between range, and they'll go for it on fourth down.
Yellow, green back, black shot, real green. Hut.
Young now. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on fourth down.
So this offense able to convert on fourth, and now a fresh set of downs here. First and 10.
30, red, yellow, ready.
Throwing, Young.
He'll get this to his running back, Dowdle.
And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and that will bring up second down.
Blue striker. Ready. Black, white, stick. Leather. Black, ultra. Blaster, stick. Red, cycle. Cut.
Young. Throwing the out route, incomplete. That's Hubbard.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Here's Young from the shotgun. And that is incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point, and they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
Well, they'll say no to the 46-yard field goal try. They're going to go for it.
Down. 50, yep, fight, what, green, gas. Set,
Young to throw it. He's got his target. That's complete. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Fourth down, no problem. Just a ho-hum pickup of 14 to keep the offense on the field.
So this drive going to continue following the conversion on fourth. Here's first and 10.
Real quick, called red. Black shot. Set.
Now Young. And this is caught by Evans.
And the Panthers are going to have a first and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half.
You know, when this offense gets down here near the end zone, they're going to turn to their bell cow, and this guy's been a touchdown machine all year. Excellent job stopping him there.
And he is in. Touchdown, Carolina.
Chuba Hubbard hitting double digits with his 10th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Panthers are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half.
Okay,
Bryce
ready?
and that Panthers offense, they're going to stay out there and go for two.
Here we go. Ready?
They'll try and run it up the middle. And he got it on the touchdown run, but he won't get in here. He'll be stopped short, and they'll come up empty on the try for two. Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25.
At their own 35-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line.
And with a 1-point lead, you'd have to think they'll be looking just to get this to halftime. And this will be caught by Mooney.
The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it.
And the Panthers are going to take over here near the 40.
CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
And with decent starting field position, there may be only a couple completions away from field goal range.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
Well, they use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
Ready up. Ready, shoot. Yep, field. Edo blue. Cut.
Young.
That is caught. McMillan with it.
And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. A great play there in the final seconds of the first half.
And the Panthers have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half.
The Panther offense staying put. They'll go for 2. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So we'll see what Young and his guys can do here as they walk up for the 2-point try.
Panthers will line up for the 2-point conversion.
Claude red.
They'll look to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Leonard Floyd.
The score, Panthers 26,
It's interesting that when it comes to two-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just one play. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick six for a Panther touchdown. Charles, you can just see the frustration on the sideline. Safe to say that's not how they expected this series to go. The ball only went one way, and it was backward into their own end zone, courtesy of the pick six.
And, Brandon, how often do we hear offenses tell us before a game they want to end every series with a kick, right? A punt, a PAT, or a field goal. In the case of the defense, they want to end with a punt or a takeaway. And we saw the takeaway right there, and it turned out to be a takeaway that turned into 6 points.
It'll be Falcons football, and they trail here as we get back underway on EA Sports. From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And the decision to bring it out, kind of a costly one, as he won't make it back to the 20.
At their own 18-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. And looking to throw, Penix. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation. Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Hasn't had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. 51 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
On first and 10, it's Robinson. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
So a step in the wrong direction. Now they'll look to make amends on 2nd and 14. Looking to throw, Penix. Got London on a slant. This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4.
It's a gain of 9. Makes it 3rd
to the air. Penix. Buying time to his left. He'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain.
First and goal at the
Now Penix. This to Pitts, and he's got him. Touchdown, Atlanta. Kyle Pitts with touchdown number 3 here in this game, and 17 now on the year. And the Falcons are back within a score. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that will get them one closer. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. But Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back-and-forth ball game where to try to get momentum back, maybe they need at least 3 here on this drive.
I think you're right. That, Brandon, because your game plan doesn't change. I do believe your urgency does because of the last score that went against your team. So what you want to do now is have your own drive and try and make sure that that momentum stays in your camp.
Red, yellow, let's go now. Block 2, get claws red. Blaster, 6. Hut.
Here is Young. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. David Onyemata in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
Black shot. Red, smack, red. Ready?
Young will set to throw. Got him, man. That's legal. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 40. 23 yards the pickup there.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
The way things have gone in this one, the running game's been something of an afterthought, and that's not been too bad for them, has it?
Yeah, the offensive returns have been good, but I guess we figured he in the ground game would be a bit more involved.
Here we go. Here we go. 6, yellow, blue, right, white. Ready.
Now Young. Eluding the pressure right. That one complete to the gap. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a first down.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
And they'll run on first down with Hubbard. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Drill, slide through, 6, mega. Ready.
Out of the gun, it's Young. And, it's incomplete. Oh, it would have been 6 points, but somehow he couldn't rein it in.
That incompletion certainly makes this upcoming 3rd down a little bit more crucial. They need to find the right play to convert here and maybe start to tamp down a little bit of momentum. The other side is starting to gain.
Ready, ready. Green, blue, yellow, claws red, black shot.
3rd down, Young from the gun. It is caught, and he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving.
Ready, hut.
Young takes it on the sneak.
And no signal that I don't think he got the surge behind center. No, he's going to be kept out of the end zone.
Well, I think the effort was there, but sometimes the defense is just a little bit better. No gain on the quarterback sneak, no place to go.
Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal.
Here we go. Yellow, 22.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Hubbard is in. Touchdown, Carolina. Well, finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL. A complete back. 3 down, stay on the field, run it, and catch it. And he gets it done.
Folk connects on the extra point. And it gives his guys a 12-point advantage.
Falcons, 28.
Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board.
And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30.
Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive.
Well, that last touchdown we just saw, what an important one. Now it's back to a 2-score deficit for this crew as they take the field here, and they are in desperate need of finding the end zone.
So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming.
At the 44-yard line.
Out of the gun, they give to Robinson.
Shoves him away. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35.
69 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on 2nd and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the 1st down there, but they, as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a 2-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
Back to Robinson now on 1st down.
And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
Again, it's Robinson. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. They go backwards there 2 yards, and 2nd and 1 is now 3rd and 3.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to say?
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. Under 4 to play now. Clock running. 3rd down.
Hey, smash. 72.
Here's Penix. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 17-yard line. A nice pickup there, 10 yards.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 17-yard line.
They'll throw with Penix. Here's a screen for Robinson.
And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another 1st down at will.
And when you have success throwing the football, the old cliche becomes true. The playbook opens up wide, and these screen passes, they become even more difficult to stop.
They'll look to throw here. Steps away to his left. Throw left side complete. That's Robinson. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
The defense was ready for the back to leak out and even had a second player waiting to double him up. If you're going to commit to doubling a back, you better prevent a completion. So give him credit. Extra determination, extra effort turned it into a successful play.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. Well, a nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up third down.
Go street. Liking 18.
They'll try and throw. Here's Penix. Touchdown! Jarnell Mooney from 4 yards out. And the Falcons have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. Coup now for the point after. And this is back to a 5-point game.
Makes the score Panthers 40, Falcons 35. Bradley Pinion set to kick off.
Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
First and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. And that is incomplete. The coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
This is certainly a team that has proven it likes to target its backs through the air, and defensively, they were aware of that and certainly were prepared on that throw.
Red. Blue stripe. Green jack, red, yellow.
To throw, Young. This is caught. It's Boyd. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
And these guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the 4th quarter.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 43.
Broad red.
Young. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by A.J. Terrell. And the Falcons are right back in this football game. A seismic shift in momentum here in the 4th quarter. That's the break that the defense needed.
And you know as well as I do, people are going to question the play call in that situation. Sometimes you have to question the execution, not necessarily the call. And in this case, those defenders found a way to give their team a chance.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. The interception sets them up with an opportunity to erase this 4th quarter deficit. Well, this series could very well determine our outcome. 84 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. Here's 2nd and a yard.
They'll set up to throw. Sets up the screen to Robinson. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Let's go.
From the shotgun, it's Penix. That's complete to Mooney.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Back to throw.
And this will be caught by Mooney.
And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
Which drives some people crazy to see those short throws underneath. They've got to find a way to gash the defense downfield.
They'll come to the line now on a 3rd and 6.
Riggs! 60 Bison! 60 Bison!
Back to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Robinson.
And the Falcons are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Nothing open downfield. They went underneath.
Yeah, see if you can get it to your running back. See if you can make someone miss in the open field.
Here we go. 1st and goal. They'll run with Robinson.
And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4.
I'm a little surprised right here. They've got 3 timeouts left. The clock's running down, and they aren't using them. Those timeouts do you no good at home. Use them now.
Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game.
Let's go! Mustang 19! 19 Tiger! 19 Tiger!
They'll look to throw. And he's got it. It's caught for a touchdown. And they have taken the lead here in the final seconds.
Charles, that drive was perfect. Methodical, executed so well, and they grabbed that lead with almost no time left for a last gasp from the other side.
No way you could have drawn up a better final drive, because not only did they keep their eyes on the end zone, they made sure they bled the clock out as well and denied their opponent a chance to respond. That's just terrific situational football to end this one.
They'll try and throw with Penix.
And this is caught. And it's a 3-point game. So that effort gives them a 3-point cushion and guarantees that a field goal going forward won't beat them.
Yeah, that's really good strategy, because that's all you care about. Not getting beat at this stage. At least give your team a fighting chance.
Bradley Pinion set to kick off.
And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away.
Oh, good return up past the 30. And they'll have this all the way out to the 50-yard line. Excellent field position.
And when you're facing a deficit on the scoreboard, you're just looking for something to get you right back into the game, and that's the spark that they were looking for. They got it with that big return.
Here we go. Blue 32. Ready?
And they take a knee.
What a game we were treated to in this one. And on that final play, they had a chance. They had the ball just beyond midfield for one final shot, but couldn't get it done, and they suffered the loss.
Yeah, and you mentioned how they had a chance on that final play, and getting it to midfield gave them that opportunity, hoping they could find their way to the end zone and make that miracle happen. A really good ending to an entertaining contest, though.
So for the Falcons, they keep pace for a playoff spot as they move to 7-3. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the New Orleans Saints. Meanwhile, for the Panthers, the problems just get worse and worse as they fall to 2-9 now on the year. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Santa Clara to take on the 49ers. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.
2, 3, 4.
it off the sofa. The thing about depression, you think your life is over. When I was all alone, you came and changed how I feel. Let me cook. Only you understand me, you fill me up completely. And when I'm self-destructive, you make